Hi everyone and welcome back to the Overtake GT. So this is June, week 2 of the weekly challenges, and we are going to get them smashed out the park and look at what is on offer this week. We've got a 6-star roulette ticket, parts for 1 ticket. We've got complete 3 events, 150,000 credits, and complete 5 events, 6-star roulette ticket, which is a car. So a fair bit on offer this week. And the races actually don't look too bad, they look alright this time around, so far better than what we've had recently. Now you start with Deep Forest Raceway, that's a European Sunday Cup 500. Fisherman's Ranch, which is a World Rally Challenge. I get no one's enamoured by that, however it is on the easier scale, so don't stress. It's not like you're racing something that's going to be flat out constantly and hardly make a mistake. It's a pretty simple and easy one to do. Dragon Trail, of course, that's going to be on there. It is the seaside one, but what else did you expect considering that is on the dailies? 24 hours of Le Mans, of course. Again, it's 24 hours of Le Mans this weekend, and again, that is obviously going to be on there. And Deep Forest Raceway, a World Touring Car 700. So we've got fantastic races that are available, loads to choose from. And I have got some great cars that you can use to complete all of these in as quick as time as possible, and you can crack on and get on with your day. And if it's the weekend and you're watching this, you can have a fantastic weekend. So let's get into it. European Sunday Cup 500. So let's have a look at that. You can see both Deep Forest Raceway. I love Deep Forest Raceway. It's one of my favourite places to go. And it's where I do my engine swaps, so if you want to know what engine swaps are good and which ones aren't, I put my hard-earned credits on the line. Just jump on the channel, click on the playlist and watch them, and just whichever one you feel like doing next, it's available for you to jump into there. So Sunday Cup 500, you can see it's 2 laps, so again a nice easy race, and it does say it's got to be a road car and it's got to be from Europe, which is pretty obvious, it's given, it's in the title. So let's change our car and let's see what we can go into. So I have got a few of these dropping on the channel that you can use. And I do also have a Julia Sprint GT Veloce that is a stock engine that you can literally get in, have so much fun, and again have a blast and crack on with enjoying your drive. Now, like with most of these early ones, I tend to go in a car that is easy for you to get. So I try and pick one that is from Brand Central, because you can just get in it, crack on and have a fantastic time, and you don't need to stress too much. So again, I think I'm going to go in the AMG A45. It's a solid build, solid car, and it will not let you down. So you can go Brand Central, get this car, you can tune it, and again you can have an absolute blast. And I'll leave a link for that in the description, and obviously a little card will pop up as well. So let's get into this and we can crack on and have some fun. So we'll pick that car, and here we go. Let's get straight into Deep Forest Raceway and let's have some fun. Okay, into this one. Now I do keep getting asked, well, why do I use these kind of cars? Well, the whole point of me doing it this way is it means that you can choose a car that is already tuned from the channel, and it makes life so much easier for you, doesn't it? You can just jump in your car that you tuned, and that's it. You know, you're away, you're saving yourself an absolute shed load of time, a load of coins or credits, because then it means that you're not going to be shelling out for a new car, and that's it really. You get to come here, have a blast, and you know, you're going to get, for this race, we're going to get a 6-star parts ticket. Once we've done 3, 150k, and once we've done all 5, then we're going to end up getting a car, and we can just see what we get. And the whole point, like I say, is to make life easier for you, because you're the one that is doing this to, well, it's improve your game, isn't it? It's to make sure you've got more credits, more cars, more parts, this week anyway. But we all do this because we want to make sure that we can progress, do better, and we all want to get those 20 million credit cars, because we all know they come up every now and again. And if you're like me and you need some of the old timer ones that are 20 million and you still wait for them to come back around, well, this is a good way to earn those credits a little bit quicker. Right, let's skip to the end when we have a nice win. And there we go, over the line, a nice easy win. So that's the first one out the way. Right, let's go over to race number 2. Okay, so here we go, World Rally Challenge, Fisherman's Ranch is race number 2, and we can crack on and get that done. And that's another step closer to 150,000 credits. Now, this is a place where basically you can go in any 700 pp build and just make sure you've got dirt tyres and you'll win. Because of the competition on this one, it just means that it's not super difficult and hard like some rally challenges that are on the game. This is to entice you to, like I say, every week to want to do more and more and more. So trust me, this is a great one. So World Rally Challenge, just click on there, see that we're still in that A45 AMG. So you can see 3rd place or higher, obviously we're going to get a win. If you go to Race Shop, what you can do is you can purchase some dirt tyres, put those on there, go to your car settings, and then what we do is we change that to dirt on there, and that's it. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump into this one and we're going to get a nice win. So I'll see you at the start line. Okay, so we're up against it with all these other drivers, but we are in a car that can perform, can do very well, and it's down to you and your driving. Now I've got to try and get used to this on this new steering wheel because I have not done any rallying, and I don't think a lot of people will have. Now I find it a lot easier to do this on a pad than I do it on a wheel. That's just, I don't know what it is, but the force feedback that is on this is literally trying to break my wrists. So yeah, definitely think about that. Now it's 2 laps, so don't worry too much about trying to stress and race all the way to the end, and you've got to get first by the end of lap 1. It comes down to the way you're taking the corners, but the way this thing accelerates, you'll be fine. For me, it's trying to get used to this pad, this wheel, sorry, because if it was on a pad, it'd be fine. But I really want to try it on a wheel and see how far I can get and how good I can get the control of this to be. But I'll leave it to you, and I'll see you at the end. And that is when we'll have a win. Right? I'll see you in a minute. And here we go, over the line in this one, nice and easy, just chuck some dirt tyres on and away you go, nice and fun. So that's the second one down, let's move on to the third one and let's crack on so we can enjoy the rest of our day and get these out the way. Right, let's get to number 3. Okay, so here we go, it's Race of Turbo Sports Cars, and this is at Dragon Trail Seaside, and it's a great track to go to if you haven't been there already. It really is a decent one to get used to. You have lots of fun there, to be honest with you, and I just like it myself. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Let me know in the comments below. Now, 5 laps, 700 pp. You can see we meet those targets, and I'm not going to change. I'm sticking to this. All I'm going to change on that car is just those tyres. That's it. I'm going to stick some racing hards on, get me back under that limit that we need to be, and that's it. Right, let's crack on. And let's see how we get on at Dragon Trail Seaside. Okay, into this, and you can tell this is going to be one of the easiest weeks. I'm telling you why, because you need this car. Look at it. It just dominates the competition, absolutely smashing it. What is not to love about this? And it's a fantastic track. If you get to come here, you want to do it in, I don't know, Hurricane or a Supra or something like that. The Supra GR, and it really is a great place to come. And yeah, like I say, 5 laps of fun coming up. So they all take the inside there, wrong racing line. And that's the other thing that you can learn, come around here, is racing lines as well. Best way to do stuff. When you get to here, what you can do is, if that GR Supra wasn't in the way, you can actually clip these apexes to a point where you're basically straight line in the corner. It's not too bad. Heisel. Hard on the brakes there. We'll be racing Heisel again at the end. You don't need to worry about fuel, you don't need to worry about tyres. You just need to have a good time. Now this section here, for those that haven't been here, this bit, this is where you literally want to get as close as you can to that orange wall and absolutely boot it down here. And then round the last hairpin, and that's it, back over the line. So what I'll do, I'll leave you to enjoy it yourself. Here we are, just rounded that last corner, and you can see we're starting to get to the back of the pack, but we crossed the line now. And that's it. It's a nice easy win, isn't it? Another one done. That's 3 out the way. And that's an extra 150,000 credits. So let's crack on now to race number 4. And we can get all of these boxed off. And then we can see what kind of car we've got at the end. So there we have it. We have sorted out getting the 6-star roulette ticket, the parts, 150,000 credits. And we're 2 away from that 6-star roulette ticket. Now one car's done 3 events. And I know some of you might be like, oh, one car, but one build has done 3 events. You can easily win all 3 events with that car. One, you just need to stick dirt tyres on, and the other 2, you just need to make sure you keep it on track. As simple as that. This one is 24-hour of Le Mans in the Corvette 1 make. So yeah, there's a few things that we could chuck into there, and let's have a look at what we need for this one. So here we go. Le Mans, fantastic place. This is 3 laps. It's got to be one of those. Now there's no tyre wear, there's no fuel wear, there's none of that. And it could be anything. Look at that Z06 C501 in that classic livery. Fantastic. And that is from my favourite one, Gran Turismo 3. I think that was probably my favourite, I think, out of all of them. I love this one, I love the graphics on this. But I just think that one, that just, I don't know. I just think it was one of those things where it had like music by like Feeder on it and things like that, and the intro was just excellent in my opinion. You know, I know Gran Turismo 4, that's one on Top Gear Test Track and things like that again, but yeah, I think 3 did it more for me. Anyway, let's move on. So what car should we go in? It's got to be a Vette. What do we go in here? Because there's plenty on offer that you can choose from. Now I could leave it up to you, you can pick one that you like yourself. I mean, the 600 pp Vette, that'd easily do it and win. But I do have this, which is going to be dropping on the channel, and that is the ZR1 from 2019. Now this thing is an absolute animal. I've been working tirelessly on this one at 7 and 800 pp. So I'm going to use that here, and I'm going to see what it can do. Okay, I went in the ZR1. Now the reason I jumped in this one is because, well, I've been tuning this one, and while we're here, you don't need to worry about tyre wear, you don't need to worry about fuel. It is all about just pure power basically. So let's see what it can do while we're here. Let's see what kind of power you can get out of it, and what kind of speed on the Mulsanne straight. That's the next thing, isn't it? What kind of speed can we get? Because this thing really is excellent. I mean, it drives like a European car, but then you put your foot down and you've got that American power, and that is just a perfect combination in my book. Right, let's see what we can get. What do we think? Do you reckon 200, 205? Come on, what can we get out of it? Oh, that was close. 220, 225. Go on. 230. Hard on the brakes. Tell you what, 230 mile an hour, you still make that apex. Excellent stuff. Come on, Sting, break it out the way. Slow me down. Right, while I enjoy this, I just want you to know, get a car, tune it up to a decent level. As long as you've got the speed down here, you'll be fine. Anything around the 175 mile an hour mark on the Mulsanne, that's a decent barometer, and that'll get you a win. And here we go, coming up to the end now, the last couple of chicanes. I had a little bit of a slide, or a power slide rather, going into the Porsche curve, so I am a second or so down. But I'll tell you what, I'm glad how this one's coming out, and when this drops on the channel, you're going to love it at both 7 and 800 pp over the line. And there we go, another easy win, 4 down. That just leaves that 700 pp race to go. Let's get straight to it. Okay, so Corvette race down, That was 3 laps in 11 minutes. Fantastic speeds out with that car, 230 miles an hour. So when that drops on the channel, there's going to be a spar tune, which is basically what that was. So you can see the kind of speed that you're going to get out of it, the acceleration. It's great. Couple of little bits to iron out, but other than that, it's spot on. And at 700 pp, again, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. So I know that's a fun one to do. Now, World Touring Car 700. Now, I have used the AMG A45 for the first 3 events, and I don't want to bore you by doing the last one in it as well. So I'm going to jump in the XJ220 from 92. However, this does have an engine swap, and that tune, setup and build is just dropped on the channel, so make sure you check that out. But this is going to be 10 laps of pure adrenaline and fun. Fuel wear times 12, tyre wear times 8. This thing is just going to dominate all of it. Right, let's get to the start line. Okay, Jag XJ220. First thing I'm going to do, fuel map. I'm going to stick that on lean because I want to see how far I can get around Deep Forest Raceway on that setting. Now, this thing sounds phenomenal. I am not sorry about choosing this. I think you should be doing the engine swap. I think you should be enjoying it. And this thing is just absolutely epic. And somewhere like this, you know, where I came to do my engine swaps, then I'm telling you now, tried to push me off the track then. Who was that, Kevlin? But I'll tell you what, you won't regret doing it. It is absolutely brilliant. That XJR9 engine in this, I mean, just pure power. And sticking to that Le Mans theme, you know, it's from a Le Mans winning car, so what is not to like? Chance here we could get the full race on one set of tyres on one lot of fuel. Let's see how we get on, and I'll see you at the end, and you will find out whether this is worth doing in this car. See you in a minute. So for those of you wondering what this is like, fourth Portia, Blazan's into pit. And look at this. This is what it's going to be. Can we catch McEwen and lap everyone? He's just coming to the end of the start-finish straight. And for those of you that want to start messaging because you've not got to this bit, well, yeah, I know in 1988 this car won the Le Mans. Well, the engine, the XJR9 did. Of course I do. That was the year I was born. Best year. Some of you can complain about that, but that's okay. Don't worry, it's fine. But look, this is an absolute monster. Coming here, the racing hard tyres, you can see they're only just getting there halfway. And I mean, come on, fuel map 6, the entire race. And as long as we get past that Corvette, which we're going to do, because we're gaining, we're going to get them here. There we go, look at that. We have lapped absolutely everyone. Now we can pull away in this long back straight. I love Deep Forest Raceway. Could do a 200 lapper here. Tempted. Let's let me know if you want to see me do 200 laps here. I'll race Sophie again. I won't be doing it in a car with no downforce. I'm not making that mistake again. Make sure that we're in a car that's set up properly. If you want to know what that's reference to, the downforce, by the way, it's because I went to Spa, 200 laps, and it was insane. So if you're not seeing it, give it a little watch. First 15-20 minutes, you'll see what it's about. And over the line. Done. Easy win. All 5 done. Boxed off. Right. Now let's go and see what rewards we've got. And hopefully, I do a bit better this week than I did last week. Right. I'll meet you there. Okay, here we are at the rewards. Now before I carry on, I just want to say now, while it's 10 to 8 in the morning on the 13th, and I just want to say I want Ferrari to win the categories of Le Mans. I want them to win the top 2 categories. That's what I want. Now the ones that they're in, that's what I want. So GT3 and Hypercar, I want them to win those. Just saying it now because I'm going to be watching it all and I want to enjoy it as much as possible. So let me crack through these and we'll see what's what. So 150k, we'll get that out of the way first. Takes me back over 18 million after spending an inordinate amount of money on cars to tune and tuning parts and engine swaps, and you get the drift, don't you? Right, 3-star roulette ticket. What have we got here? 5k maybe? Who knows? Oh, please let me be the computer. Oh, I got an i3. Do you know what? Not bad. I can sell that for maybe 50p in a Kit Kat. So there we go. That's done. Get that one out the way. No one's happy about that, are they? And no one's going to give you any confetti for getting one of those cars in a roulette ticket. Right, parts. What have we got? I'm hoping it's an engine. That's what I'm after. More engine swaps. Oh no, weight reduction to stage 5. Then could we get that? There we go. And what's it for? Hey, not bad, the Taycan Turbo S. So I don't know what the theme is with electric cars and things, but okay, we'll take that. Right, here's the car. If this is a Taycan Turbo S now, I won't be impressed. Come on, let's see what we've got. Where are we at? Oh, some nice cars there. See, I want Ferrari to win and I get a laugh Ferrari. Excellent, I've got another tune for that and I can't do it with the one I've got because I've done too much to that one. Saves me buying one. That is a fantastic result for me. Huge Tifosi fan. And that's it. Right, go and have a fantastic week. Have a great weekend. Subscribe, share on social, and I will see you on the next one. Don't forget the live streams. And that's it. Au revoir.